Alright, geometry 4-4, day 1 is actually just 4-4. There's not going to be a day 2. And that is outside of our math standards, so we are not going to be doing the second part of this lesson from the book. So it's just 4-4, compositions of transformations. Basically means we're going to do two things to our original shape. So we're going to have a secondary shape, and then we're going to have its final resting place. And we have to read very carefully and do these in order. All right, make sure you do these in order. So a glide reflection. So triangle here with these vertices. We're going to determine the coordinates of the vertices of the image after a translation along this vector. So we're going to translate it first, and then we're going to reflect it over the x-axis. All right, we've got that. Oops, sorry. Okay, so graph our original triangle. We graphed our original triangle, did it for us. All right, so we're going to graph the triangle after we translate from this vector. The vector just means we're going to move our x to the left 4, but we aren't going to move it up or down. So we're going to leave our y as is. And here's our rule. X minus 4, leave y as is. So x minus 4, leave y as is. X minus 4, leave y as is. X minus 4, leave y as is. All right, so there's one prime, so this is its first stop, all right, because it wanted us to translate first. Then we're going to reflex. All right, so if you don't know your reflection rules, you go back to Monday where they are printed, and when you reflect over the x-axis, the sign of the y changes. Okay, so we're just going to follow our rule, change the sign. Follow our rule, change the sign. Follow our rule, change the sign. Now, we are going to draw the final resting place, so it goes from here to down here. So Q goes from pointing up, Q is going to point down. So P is at minus 3. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay. And we put 2 prime ticks because it moved once, moved twice. All right. So Q's final resting place is at minus 2, minus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Q's final place. And then R's final place is 0, minus 2. There we go. Now we connect our dots to get our shape. So you translate, and then you reflect. All right, that's called a glide reflection. Make sure you do them in order. Whatever is printed first, that's what you do first. Composition of isometrics. We're going to rotate, okay, and translate. So let's see, it wants us to rotate first and then translate. All right, so we have a triangle, these vertices, we're going to take it, we're going to rotate 180 about the origin, which means it's going from here to there. And then we're going to translate it by that vector. So we're going to move left 2, up 4. Okay, got it. So we have our original. Okay. Now in order to follow our rule of rotating of 180 degrees, we're going to change the sign of both the x and the y. So we're going to change both signs, change both signs, change both signs. And that makes sense because everything up here is positive, positive, while everything in this corner was negative, negative. So 6, 2 is A prime, 5, 5 is B prime, and 2, 1 is C prime. Connect our dots. Okay, and this is its first stop. Okay, second thing, we're going to use this vector. It simply means we're going to subtract 2 from our x and 4 to our y. All right, we're going to use the secondary stop. 6, 2, 5, 5, 2, 1. First stop, second stop. So we're going to subtract 2, add 4. subtract 2, add 4. Subtract 2, add 4. Alright, now our final resting place. Well, let's see, 4, 6 is A's final. 3, 9. 3, 9 is B's final. And C is at 0, 5 for final. Alright, so we rotated, and then we translated. Alright, remember, read your directions carefully. Whenever transformation it tells you first, that's what you do first, and then do the other one. Make sure you do them in order so that way they come out properly. Alright, so make sure you show any work, your mid-transition, your final transition. Take your time. Think about them, okay? Good luck.